Story 1. She's calling me from the closet, 911. Call. 911, what's your emergency? I'm scared. My wife is calling me. Where is your wife? In the closet, in our bedroom. But that's impossible. A pause. The dispatcher hears a faint female voice. Help me. Sir, is anyone else in the house? No. The voice grows louder. Can you hear me? Open the door. Sir, stay on the line. Officers are on their way. Officers arrive on scene. The man is in panic, pointing at the closet. There! Someone is inside? The officers cautiously approach and open the door. Inside, nothing. But in the corner, they find an old cell phone. Dispatcher, we found the source of the call. This is strange. The phone is powered on, but the SIM card is missing. The screen displays a single unread message. Can you hear me? Later, police confirm that the phone belonged to the man's wife, but she had died in a car crash a year ago. Story 2. Apartment 23 doesn't exist. 911 call. 911, what's your emergency? I'm trapped. In apartment 23. There's something here. What's your name? Mark. Please help me. A faint wooden creak is heard, followed by a quiet female laugh. Mark, police are on their way. Are you alone in the apartment? No, I hear something. A loud knock sounds and the call cuts off. Officers arrive on scene. Dispatcher, we're at the location. The address matches, but there is no apartment 23. Repeat? The building partially burned down 5 years ago. The upper floors are completely destroyed. The officers step inside and find only empty hallways. Then one of them notices an old, charred door. The number 23 is barely visible. The door creaks open. Inside are burnt walls and an old telephone. A red light blinks. One missed call from 911. Later, investigators discover that a man named Mark did live in this building. He died in the fire 5 years ago. Story 3. I killed myself. 911 call. 911, what's your emergency? I'm dead. Excuse me, sir. I see myself on the floor. I killed myself. The dispatcher hears heavy breathing. The caller is clearly terrified. Where are you? In my house, in the living room. I need you to. The call cuts off. Officers arrive on scene. Dispatcher, we're inside. What do you see? There's a man's body. Looks like suicide. But when officers check the victim's phone, they notice something odd. It's completely out of battery. Dispatcher, did the 911 call come from this number? Yes. That's impossible. The phone is dead. And the victim, he's been gone for hours. The coroner later confirms that the man had been dead for 6 hours before the call was made. But the 911 dispatcher swears they spoke to him only 10 minutes ago. How can that be? No one knows. Story 4. The one who came from under the bed. 911 call recording. Operator, 911, what's your emergency? Woman whispering. There's someone in my house. Operator, where exactly? Woman, I think under my bed. Sophie woke up in the middle of the night to a strange noise, something shuffling on her bedroom floor. Her heart pounded as she reached for her phone and dialed 911. As the operator asked questions, she heard movement, something stirring under her bed. Sophie slowly slid off the mattress and crawled toward the door, but then she heard a whisper, "Don't leave." She screamed as the door burst open. An officer rushed in. He bent down, lifted the bedskirt, and immediately went pale. Police report recording. We found a young woman in the room, visibly shaken. Under the bed, we discovered a man with wild, unhinged eyes. It appeared he had been living there for weeks. Story 5. They couldn't see, but it was watching. 911 call recording. Operator, 911, what's your emergency? Man, we have a visitor, but we can't see him. Operator, excuse me? Man, he's standing in the corner. My daughter can see him. John and his family were having dinner when his 5-year-old daughter suddenly froze, staring at the corner of the room. Daddy, who's that man? She asked. John turned around, but the corner was empty. What man, sweetheart? He's watching. He says you can't see him, but he's really mad. At that moment, the lights flickered, and heavy footsteps echoed from the attic. When the police arrived, they searched the attic and found an old, crumpled note with just 4 words written on it. I am still here. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. More terrifying stories are coming soon.